billion per year. Later it was 1 billion. And according to the UNWTO long-term forecast, tourism towards 2030, in 2030, this number will be up to 1.8 billion a year, which means 5 million tourist arrivals per day. Just imagine. Tourism is an important instrument of economic growth, job creation and development. International tourism currently accounts of 30% of the world's export of services. As a worldwide export category, tourism ranks fourth after fuels, chemicals and food, by ranking first in many developing countries. Tourism employs 1 out of every 12 people worldwide. Tourism creates many jobs. Jobs in small and medium-sized enterprises, as well as work for the self-employed, jobs for the poor, jobs for the women, for indigenous communities, for unskilled as well as highly skilled people both. Thus in 2011, international tourism receipts exceeded $1 trillion for the first time. In real terms, receipts grew by 3.8%, together with 4.6% in the international tourist arrivals. According to the UNWTO Secretary General, Mr. Taleb Rifai, these are encouraging results. Yes, these are. Mr. Rifai says the past 2 years have shown healthy demand for international tourism out of many markets, even though economic recovery has been uneven. This is particularly important news for countries facing fiscal pressure and weak domestic consumption, where international tourism, a key export and a labor-intensive activity, is increasingly strategic to balancing external deficits and stimulating employment. However, there are a number of significant downside risks that we have taken into account. As His Excellency Sultan Nazarbayev mentioned, we cannot deny the fears of recession across Europe, historically high unemployment, increased taxation, namely on the travel industry, and the political dynamics carry growing uncertainty. Yet it is well known that out of crisis come opportunities. The global economic crisis has revealed some of structural weaknesses of our sector, both within the private and the private-public realms. And the time is right to address these failings. What, as we can see, is well understood here in Kazakhstan. What has become clear is the need for strong, forward-looking national public policies and clear supportive framework for a more competitive, sustainable and responsible tourism industry. At the same time, it is critical to have a strong and cohesive private sector which continues leading the way in areas such as innovation and technology, adapting according to the new economic conditions and sustainability challenges. That's why it's good news for me that the tourism in this country belongs to the Ministry of Industry and New Technologies. And innovation is maybe one of the most important in our profession, in our sector. Dear colleagues and friends, we have to come out of this crisis through addressing the structural needs and reinforcing public-public cooperation. There are many reasons why it makes sense for stakeholders to collaborate on delivering sustainable tourism. Collaboration may be seen as helping on the one hand to resolve differences and problems, and on the other hand to take advantage of opportunities. A particular reason why collaboration is so relevant in tourism relates to the very large number of players, stakeholders, public and private, involved in the makeup of the sector and in the delivery of the tourist experience. It is highly fragmented industry. Often, the motive for multi-stakeholder collaboration is expressed quite generally. We can do it. Simply that the task of delivering sustainable tourism is too complex and there are too many stakeholders, so it is essential to work together. It's true, however, it's possible to determine a small number of different but related motives and reasons for collaboration and benefits that may be derived. Do not mind, I will enumerate some of them. First of all, to reflect multiple aims and agree common targets of the different stakeholders in the tourism sector. Second, to ensure inclusiveness and equity, one of the most important aspects. Third, to sharpen focus and coordinate action. As well as agreeing on common targets, collaboration can provide the means for coordinating delivery common action program. It can have to focus the work of different players, generally reduce duplication and improve efficiency. Fourth, to raise awareness and engage those with power over outcomes. Tourism is a very complex sector. Many types of organizations are involved in its delivery and it can influence success. It is important that all those bodies who have the power and authority to influence the sector are aware of the needs and opportunities presented by tourism. Fifth, to link components in the value chain. A fundamental reason for collaboration is often the need simply to assemble and coordinate the different elements that make up a viable and sellable product. Sixth, to strengthen long-term support and commitment. Seven, to pool knowledge and skills. Knowledge sharing within groups or processes of mutual learning are very positive reasons for working together. This can be facilitated by capacity building activities delivered separately or jointly. Eight, to strengthen resources and funding. It's clear that individual organizations may not have sufficient human or financial resources to deliver the action necessary to make a difference. That's why it's important to work together with the public sector. Nine, provide the contacts and strengthen communication between all the stakeholders of the sector. 10. To add value and creativity. There are many examples of collaborative working which has stimulated ideas and led to more innovative and creative outputs. 11. To share cost and risks between different stakeholders of the tourism, between the state, the public, and the private. And finally, to cross boundaries between bodies from different locations in the country and between the tourism and other parts of the economy and society, because we will never be successful without the support of the rest of society. Dear friends and colleagues, I have enumerated just a small part of the benefits that private and public cooperation can bring along to our sector. Though there are challenging times for the tourism industry, many experts believe that the intense competition and the shakeout in the industry will lead to improvements in professionalism. Industry structures the product development with increased attention on diversification, branding, and sustainability strategies. In view of the above, public-private partnership is the cornerstone of smooth and efficient development of tourism as a key sector of the economic recovery. Maximizing tourism's contribution to economic growth, social development, environmental sustainability is only possible if we all join forces to position tourism higher in the political and economic agenda, and I am confident that this event is a step forward in our common objectives. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much, Mr. Shamogi, for your comprehensive speech. And I'm sure we'll have questions after our speakers will provide their presentations. So we are moving to a very exciting and interesting Malaysian experience. And I'm really, really happy to present this beautiful woman sitting next to me, Dr. Dato Sri, who is the Ministry of Tourism of Malaysia. And I was very impressed by the fact that she's a doctor by profession, but she's been in the public service since 1981. Yes, okay, it's here. In any case, it's very long and traumatic experience, and we all know how Malaysia made a great way into tourism success, and we'll be glad to hear from you the experience of the country, challenges, and especially how public-private partnership influence into the building of the industry. Please.
Thank you very much, my moderator, Madam Chairman. I'm very attractive about that. Your Excellency, the First Vice Minister, Mr. Rao, and Mr. Shamogi, and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to one and all. I believe that most of you all here are involved in the tourism economy. I believe so, either from the public sector or from the private sector. So I'd like to share a few things with you. Number one, as Madame Moderator said, I've been in government public service since 1999, although I have been in politics for the last 1981. Yeah, 1981. And I'm most delighted to be here first, to be invited. Thank you very much to the organizer. But even even more important is how delighted I am that tourism economy has now been recognized as a very important global economy. Do you agree with me? See, in the past, when I was the Deputy Minister of Tourism, Malaysia in 1999, nobody looks at tourism industry. They think it's a fun ministry. It's a jolly economy. You don't get invited to World Forum. You don't get invited to Davos. Nothing. But things have changed. And I want to congratulate United Nations World WTO. They work very hard to change this mindset about the power of the tourism economy. Now we get invited to so many world economic forums. G20 never looked at tourism industry. But in the year 2009, for the first time, organized the G20 Tourism Ministers meeting in South Africa. And 2010, they invited me to Korea to speak. And now it's a yearly big economic forum. ASEAN, we have our own ASEAN Minister of Tourism discussion group to develop the ASEAN tourism community. So it's changing. And now in Astana, consecutively, second year, we have give a special attention to tourism. I would like to congratulate Kazakhstan for your vision. You'll be a great tourism nation. I see the wave of tourism economy moving from the west to the ASEAN, then to China, very soon to the Central Asian countries. So much so that Malaysia will be opening our Tourism Malaysia office in Kazakhstan very soon. That's how we see the power of this industry. And then, gentlemen, early this year, when I was with the Minister of Tourism Indonesia, she was the previous Minister of International Trade and Industry. After we finished the meeting, she told me, I never knew how important tourism economy is until I was sent by the President to take over the Minister of Tourism job. That shows clearly the understanding now of tourism economy. So, ladies and gentlemen, first let's talk about sustainability. I feel very deeply in myself that you and me and us, we are going to save the world. We are going to bring a better global future because tourism is about sustaining the world. Tourism is about preserving